Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's try and get some sound up in here. A little bit more, that way you guys can hear it. This is by far the quietest game that we have. So we've got to turn it up every time I switch to this game. Oh, no, not that. And the cool thing about this is that since we're set up with the two different stations, we basically will take it up to the top anytime we come up to do anything, so super quick turnaround time. Hopefully we're not using too much power with it, but we'll keep an eye on that. It does look like we're starting to work through a backlog, but we can't really be sure until we, give it time for a trend to really show itself, make itself apparent. Oh, we kind of have to come to this until we finish that bit. It is kind of a reason to... I don't know if it uses more per distance traveled or anything like that. That would be interesting. Use more power for how much longer it takes to get there. Be interesting to look at. I think we're doing really good on food for now, though at some point we want to get, I think, an actual pincha peppernut farm. We don't have any access to any pincha peppernut just yet. We haven't cracked into any of these little areas. It's funny, we were much more willing to go into polluted oxygen than anything else. So let's see. So I'm going to start putting my bunker doors here, and then I'm going to eventually cover the other side too. But the main idea was getting all of this protected, so this doesn't get destroyed. But as we get across these guys, we can start digging through that. That's good. Let's go check on our steel production. I do hate having to scroll all the way over. Let's see, I want to check on something. So if we hit Control 1, see, that made a sound. So now if I hit Shift 1, it does. Okay, perfect. So now we can use those for saved locations, and then we can fine tune from there. I really hate when these take wrong element damage, though perhaps getting all of the polluted oxygen out of here will be a good thing. But we do have our petroleum down here to keep up with demand. Eventually we're going to turn off the plastic altogether, so at that point we will probably also be shipping our petroleum up to the top. Down here I don't think it's too much of an issue having the heavy wire showing, but I think over here we need to at least move it back over here. That way we can kind of cover it up, and say people traveling on the in the tubes or on the ladder won't have the issue with the crazy low decor in those areas. can't reach that. Why is that? That would be a good reason why. We're not trying to make a big fuss to get up here, but I think it's a good idea to get all this covered. I haven't really seen many shovels. I really have to say it that slow or else I say it wrong. And basically, I just want to be able to get on top and dig everything off, especially over here. And then we're going to have specific automation for the rocket itself. I have a few ideas, most of which is going to be manual, but is going to look like automation. I'm not the only one though, it's not cheating. I mean, it's kind of cheating, but you'll forgive me eventually. I definitely like seeing full power. All those tanks, all this hydrogen. I think this might eventually make it too cold in the base, but I kind of don't mind that. I wish it would spread a little bit more. This area is starting to get a little warm. Perhaps a wheezewort in this area? So I put this in here. Do I actually want to feed the hatch? I think what he's getting off of here is good enough at this point. I think this is doing great. Do we actually have any phosphorite in here? No, these guys are great. I don't think they need food to survive. I feel like that's a lie. If we see them pick it up, we know they've got it in storage somewhere. We'll fix it. Let's do a couple of these. We definitely need to get something else in place. Uh-oh. Dirt. I want to check something. If I click on this... I guess I definitely need to check on ways to get more dirt. Be a great idea here. I'm gonna disable this. We're going to need to do something with the water. We might as well get started on our pincha pepper farm. Question really is where. I guess let's cut it. No, I'm not gonna do it next to that. There's too many of those. One area. Would be kind of an interesting idea to do it over here. Yeah, let's go and dig up in here. That sounds like a good idea. So let's put a manual airlock. Dig up here, here. Let's put a regular ladder. No use in putting, anything fancy in here. This probably won't get used too incredibly much. So the thing is I need to keep them a certain temperature. Let's see what their body temperatures want. So at least 35. So we are going to need heaters for them, which I think I can do kind of easily. You know what? I lied. We're gonna do it over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put insulation tiles in there, and we're gonna forget that we did that. So my whole reasoning is it's gonna start warming up in here, and especially with that warming up, we're going to definitely be able to get up higher without really too much worry. Like, the heat's gonna leak out here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So we need the hydroponic farms. Hit O to rotate. And does that look good? I think that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll come in, we'll find our plumbing. Like that. And then we'll just dig out the area around it and add to the ladder, which will, since we'll just do this, I'm going to cancel liquid pipes and then replace them. And then let's go ahead and dig all that out and all that. And they'll be able to get to that just fine. Eventually I want to expand to more bristle blossoms, but I think we're doing great here. So let's see, control 2. Alright, okay. Why are we out of power? You're fine. Nope, that one. Okay. Something went wrong. So let's put, I guess, a power runner in here. Sure, right there. Then let's build in tiles. And of course we're going to use heavy watt. And this should just be a Kickstarter in like very dire times. We'll put it at, 0%. But how long do we have? Another 27 cycles. And we've got a bit of natural gas in here. Once we get the power running, it should give us a little bit of boost, and then we can run off just the petroleum. Might want to disconnect that at least until the natural gas starts again. I don't know. We'll see. Still think we're doing great down here. can get those, right? Yeah. We just have to wait until that gets built before they can dig the rest. This area is definitely kind of decaying faster than I hoped it would. It's alright. We'll find another... what am I trying to say? The cooler. Hopefully in here. Though, we haven't found any evidence of that yet. That would be the only one that's at this level, which I guess we have room for another biome. We have to get over there first. I guess that would be a good next plan. Because I mean, we're already in suits over here. Might as well just go the whole shebang. Trying to think where would be the best way to go over. Guess that would be okay. Start digging this way. Now let's go this way. Hopefully by the time we get at least that far, we will have a better view of what's in here. But eventually what we're going to do is just be able to pipe cold stuff into here. We've got super cool and all sorts of crazy stuff that they've added in with this last update. And I mean, what we already had with the insulation being basically abyssalite. Okay. So now we can start the pinch of peppernut. Okay, so this does take phosphorite. So that'll be something to keep in mind. I don't know how many plants will be needed, but basically I'm hoping that it uses all the polluted water that this generates. Okay, we are getting close to running out of the polluted oxygen in here, and there's nothing else on the ground that will give it off anymore. So once it's gone, it's gone. So we've got that. The power running. Again, we're going to set this to like if it hits 0, that's when we'll get on that. And will they be able to run the refinery for any amount of time? Very small amounts of time. But with petroleum coming through, we should get a generator running soon. Okay. Where's the set to? Let's do it just a little bit higher range. Okay. Gossman, I'm not sure it should really be running that much down here, but okay. This should start. Okay, so how much do we get? So we get 4,000 grams every 8 cycles. Okay, so that's not bad. That will definitely make up for what we're losing on the lice loaf, or the meal lice. We haven't got to lice loaf just yet. But, doing good up here. How are we doing on steel? We're getting close. Perhaps we can start our last one. But we're slowly making our way. Let's go ahead and set this up as control. Oh, can't hold control and move. Control 3. So now we can go, hold shift and go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love it. But that is basically all we have for today. As we get this closed off, we won't need as much steel as fast, and we can start putting together our rocket. First of all, we're going to need steam, which actually uses, let's go to here. I'll get better with the key binding, so it isn't as slow, and I don't have to look down. But we definitely need a long-term solution down here. You know, we've definitely got things rolling, so it's just like connecting up the power grids, I think, to where everything's running off of one system rather than a bunch of different ones. How is our power doing here? I think we're actually breaking even. 149, 150. Yeah, because it didn't have anything before, so it might actually have kind of balanced out. Once we see we're working through more of it as we go, we can always add more, and especially as we add more of these little rooms, it will definitely be more and more necessary. I was about to ask if this was going to supply us with some oxygen soon, and it did so. It does seem that moving this down has slowed down how often we pull hydrogen from here, so we're not getting any oxygen anymore. So that's good. That was something that we've been struggling with. And now, we seem to be balanced, and it's just taking until the oxygen itself comes to a high enough pressure in this area. Actually, we're going to deconstruct this and put some base tiles across here. It might not fix the issue, but we'll see if it helps. In the next episode, thank you again for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe below if you haven't already. It does help the channel. Every little bit counts, and it helps me get out to more people. But after all, I'm just here to have fun, play these games, and try and record it for posterity's sake. Maybe try and make a feature off of it. Who knows? Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.